My name is Maria Guadalupe Ciordia Ortiz, and I'm a 67-year-old grandmother of 7. I love my grandchildren, and I'm part of. I've been an activist for a long time here in San Francisco with the Comité de Padres Unidos. I am the coordinator of that group, so I'm very happy, and in general with all what I've learned about the other um, apps too. I would like to know a little more about WhatsApp, because WhatsApp is a problem for me. I have one that is not mine, and I send all the texts and messages through that name that is not is Hermana Ciordia. Well, it's mine and my sister's, but I'm not using mine because I have no idea how to do it. I only see that I can do something every day, so I need more, probably, to repeat the class. For me, it's going to be very beneficial, because I wasn't able to do it from my computer neither. So I need to do it in the computer and being able to write like everybody else. I think that is very useful. And I'm very happy, because I really feel that I know much more than I had known since I got those accounts. And that's in regards what I can do. And the other question is that what I am carrying forward about what I've learned. I have to be honest, I need to practice more with Instagram and relearn a little bit more about the classes and remember. So thanks God you gave us the great opportunity to do that in YouTube. And well, I'm happy because I'm going to be able to do it this vacation. I've been a little busy, but in general, I'm very happy, and I looking forward to the next class because I know that I need it. Thank you.
My name is Elmira Lagundi. You can call me Mira for short. It's easier. I live in San Francisco since 1976. I'm 77 years old. In the 4 choirs of Community Music Center. And I also belong to the SDA, where we are now. And so I'm a busy person. But I like to learn more is about the messenger. I have some experience already with Facebook, and that's all I want to know is about the messenger in my iPad, in my tablet.
I'm Cora Mccoy, 80-year-old grandmother, mother of 2 children. I'm retired, and I belong to several senior centers, George David, 3rd Baptist, and the Village. And being retired, I like learning and staying busy. So this course, I began wanting to know more about Facebook. And of course, I also learned about Instagram as well, and YouTube. I was interested in that, and how to save your music, your playlists, and all. It's quite interesting. And being in organizations and wanting to share with others and advocate, social media is very important to know. And I enjoyed this class, and I'm going to still practice. I was a little nervous and afraid, but the given, I can always reserve it and go over it. And I just love the class and recommend it to others. And it's very useful, and we really need it in this day and time. So it was very, very good class, and I learned, and now I kind of check Facebook every day, where it was years before I touched it. So the door was open for me to learn. And I feel that I have gained enough knowledge to continue to use it. So thank you.
Yeah, hi, my name is Maria Luz Torre, and on the same day that I got the invitation to register for this workshop, a group of parent leaders and I, parent advocates, were actually discussing that we needed a social media training. So I did not think twice about registering for this workshop. It came right on time. We were having a Twitter storm that week, and many of my group members didn't even have Twitter. So anyways, I'm a senior citizen. I'm Filipino, like many of the previous participants who just spoke. And everything I know about social media and about technology, about computers is self-taught. So it is a good thing to learn from experts. I learned that email, which we use so frequently, is the least safe among the social media platforms, and that social media security is very important. I learned that there is no age limit to learning. My children often say, "Mom, you need to unlock that technology learning block," and I've been trying. I'm slow, but I think that it's good to hear other people's questions, because I realize that I'm not the only one who's stuck in some time warp where I have to learn everything DIY. It's really good to be part of this group and shared and learn what other people's issues are, because many of them are my issue too when using social media. Thank you very much.
I think the most important thing that I've learned from this class is to trust myself and to not be so afraid to try something new. And the syllabus that you gave us and walking through it gives me something to refer back to, because I haven't been able to get a lot of practice in, because I have to travel to get on the internet, and there's so much going on. I haven't been able to do that as much as I'd like to. But I think that's the most important thing, is that I've learned how to not be so afraid of technology, not being in, I used to give myself the excuse that I don't like technology, but I use it, parts of it. I email, and what I'm going to take forward is being on the tablet. I never knew how to do chat. I would see people doing chat, and I said, how are they doing that? And how to choose a particular person that you want to send this chat message to. And so that's good. So I really appreciate the class. I felt very supported. And that's one of the main things that I enjoyed about the class, is that I didn't feel like I was spotlighted for what I didn't know. And so, yeah, I've enjoyed the class. Thank you. Thank you, Bisma, and everyone else.
I am in Ohlone land in the San Francisco East Bay. And I learned so much about myself and so much about how to move and teach and organize and be in community through not just this classes, but the many different classes and programs that I've been involved with Senior and Disability Action. I'm 55 years old, and I was born in the United States. At 55, never had access to disability services, and didn't know about disability rights and disability justice principles and practices until later in my life. And I also went to high school and early college with an electric typewriter that was super high tech. And, like many people here, have been completely self-taught. I'm taking my very first computer class in community college right now at 55. And I'm learning so much more here than I am in the community college class, because this class has multiple language justice ways of engaging for people who are multilingual, the fact that I love that there are auditory and visual and kinesthetic ways of learning in the classroom, that there's live transcript on here. What I've learned about myself and my learning process is I make a Google Doc for every single class. I cut and paste the live transcript and the chat for every class. And I take notes in 3 different colors because I have ADHD and I'm a very visual and body-oriented kinesthetic learner. So I never taken an online class in my life until COVID and didn't think I could do it, but I'm actually learning to learn online, which is fabulous. And as disabled people know, disability justice folks have been leading online learning for long before the rest of the world has caught up with us. And so I just say, I mean, I'm a lifelong organizer. I'm working to, I'm also a disability justice organizer and a domestic violence survivor. And it's been very complicated to speak out and advocate for myself and learn to protect myself. And this class has been amazing about learning about protections and around how to have a voice and organize collectively, while also protecting myself when myself and my daughter are actually at risk of violence and need to learn security. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be here, and I am a lifelong learner with you, and so much appreciate everyone here.
I have been in this land of Ohlone since 2008. And I am a member of the Seniors and Disability Action and other groups of other association of groups of seniors here in San Francisco. I'm very glad and happy I have been a participant in this social media advocacy course, because before the pandemic, I only know about social media only on the surface, just doing emails, simple emails, and then Facebook, and nothing more. But when I attended this course, I became more familiar with the other platforms like Twitter, like Instagram, Zoom, and all other things which I'm not familiar before. And from this course, I really have gained so much, because I learned much more about digital security, how to protect myself when I do online browsing. Because before, I just surf and surf without not mindful of the dangers I might encounter doing what I do. And then I also learned about browsing, because before I thought there's only Safari and Google and iOS. But now I have learned that a safer browser would be the Mozilla Firefox, which I think I need very much. In this class, I also learned to make or to have the skill of making passwords, because before, making password is really a very tedious thing for me to do. But the use of the passphrase instead of the password is really very helpful, because now we can use one password manager, which is the LastPass, and from there we can put in all our passwords in all the different platforms we have, so that we'll be able to retrieve all the other passwords, just remembering one master password. We also learned about social media toolkits, which is very much in use for campaigns and advocating for different social social issues. We learned how to use or to do public comments using the social media. And I think this is very much important nowadays because of the so many problems we are being confronted with in the city. And through these public comments, we may be able to convince the responsible people to do something to solve these problems. Now, lastly, I am very much grateful for to Bisma and Regina for their expertise and also their colleagues for all the help that they have given us during the course of this social media class. And also thank you to the packet of slides which they have provided us, which I think will be coming in very handy in case we tend to forget or would like to recall things we might have forgotten. Thank you very much. And to all the other participants, thank you so much for being so graceful, being so very good to one another. And we hope to be with each other again in another course like this. Thank you.
My name is Flor Ramos. The only thing I want to say, I am very grateful for these lessons that you have provided to us for senior, because we really needed to know about technology. And to be honest, as we say in our times, there was not much about social media. And just on my end, I have had to learn how to use the cell phone. I can use that. I learned how to get into a Zoom meeting, to manage the YouTube, also the WhatsApp I have learned. I need more. Thankfully, I have Facebook now. I haven't used it just yet. And my email address, I have also that. I'm thinking to practice that. Before I used to have it, but I forgot about it. But I'm going to start using the new one. But to tell you the truth, I would love for you guys to include me in the next classes so I can continue learning. As I said from the beginning, I didn't have a clue about any social media, and not even yet. I just need to have an Instagram and the other ones that are very kind of necessary. But I know that I'm going to be able to learn about it. I love technology. The issue is that I haven't had opportunity to learn and see where I can learn. So I like this group that is just taking care of the senior community, and it's very good. That through Lupita, I knew through these classes via Lupita. I have no idea about this. I haven't seen the invitation, but she mentioned about it. And so started looking for it, and I found you. Thank you, Bisma, for your patience. And I wanted to continue learning. Please include me if there's any future classes, please. I would love to be included. I'm very slow to learn. Thank you to the interpreters. 2 interpreters. I am a grandma. 2 kids, 2 grandkids. Sometimes my kids, not even them, they have the patience to teach parents or grandparents. Everybody's so busy. So I have learned on my own the very little I know. And I wanted to keep learning well. We need it. We need to know. Everything goes with technology these days, going to the doctor, anything here and there is everything. The agencies, everybody is through technology. Whatever you want to do is through technology. We're losing personal contact, but we have to accept that we have to learn the technology.
Hi, my name's Ruby and I'm from San Francisco. I have a disability and I thought this was a really great idea. It seems like an innovative idea. It's like a really great service that you're providing to people with disabilities and seniors. I felt like it was, it's a very nice and genuine crowd here. I feel a lot of warmth, a lot of compassion. Some things I learned about are like some security sites that I wasn't as familiar with before. I did go and set up an account. And I learned a little bit more about Twitter storms. I think I've witnessed that being done before, but I feel like I have difficulty carrying out this kind of stuff myself. And I learned more about Instagram stories. I know about Instagram, but maybe that part I'm not as familiar with. I joined this because I'm really hoping to like, I want to do some more online activism and advocacy. I feel like I'm really isolated and really by myself, and there's not a lot of support for what I want to do. And I wanted to take it a step further. And yeah, I think everyone is really nice here, that I get a good feeling here, and I really appreciate it.